What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Action Sunday. This week is going to be a bit of a palate cleanser before I go back into reviewing all your requests as well as some more Steven Seagal movies. But this week, I want to change gears and look at an action comedy. I've been putting this one off for quite some time. I want to talk about it. It's called Running Scared. It stars Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines. It came out in 1986. And quite frankly, my parents have seen this movie. I've seen this movie. For any fans of Billy Crystal, if you've never seen this movie, I think you guys will like this, okay? The plot of this movie is really funny. Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines play two Chicago cops. They're buddy cops, and of course they're possibly one of the best narcotics cops in the business. Or detectives kind of thing. They're really good. But then of course they got to deal with this guy named Julio Gonzalez, who's this big Latino kingpin who's back with trafficking drugs into their city kind of thing. So it's a bit it's one of those buddy cop comedies, but there are some serious moments, and like Billy Crystal injects some humor into his role that he has, but it really works. There's so many funny moments and lines that even though you can tell he's just improvising on the spot, and that's a mark of a good comedian. Like you can still be entertained, even though this movie's kind of be hello, we got something going on here in the city of Chicago kind of thing. It's really funny and entertaining, and I really think you guys should give it a watch. Let's see. Not much else I can say from like that point of view, but everything else about this movie is really fun and really entertaining. There are some thrills, there's some chasing, there's a whole lot of chasing, I'm going to tell you that. But when it comes to action sequences, if you're expecting explosions or stuff like that, there's very little of that, but there are some great shootouts. There's some very tense moments. And of course, obviously, a bunch of comedy moments. And it's just something that's pretty damn funny. Like I said, I've seen this movie more times than often, and of course, even replaying it in the back of my mind, I still find myself saying it's an entertaining movie. I like what Billy Crystal does here. I like what Gregory Hines does. It's all good fun, and the rest of the supporting cast is really good. Like you got Jonathan Gries, Stephen Bauer, Joe Pantoliano, Dan Hedaya, and a whole litany of names that you would never expect to see. And of course, the big kicker is Jimmy Schmitz as Julio Gonzalez, the villain. I'm like, holy shit, this is Bail Organa from freaking Star Wars. So that's crazy to think about here. You're like, I didn't expect that. But man, Jimmy Schmitz is perfect for the role of Julio Gonzalez. Like he's kind of, I would say he's ruthless, but he's he's cold, he's calculating, he's always got this eerie smile on him. I'm like, wow, this is like a complete polar opposite of what I'm used to seeing him in as the character of Bail Organa. But of course, that's for all you Gen Zers and millennials out there. But if you want to see him pre Star Wars, this is something I think you would check out, because he is just freaking good in this role. And of course, I know what you're all thinking. Okay, I'm noticing a trend here with some of these villains I'm liking. It's like between this guy and Henry Silva. It's like, what is it with Latino actors that makes villain characters really good? And of course, I'm not trying to sound racist or anything, but I'm like, I don't know, maybe there's just something about it that makes these characters really good. But let's see, with Henry Silva, I love what he does, okay? But here with Jimmy Schmitz, it's a different ball game, if that makes sense. But yeah, not much else with that. But I will admit, like I said, there's a couple of great chases. There's a cool thing that happens. I think you guys should check this out. There's a cool chase where somehow our heroes chase Jimmy Schmitz onto the L track, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's dangerous. I'm like, holy shit! And of course, how many movies would you ever see a chase that goes onto the L track? And of course, which is very dangerous because that thing is electrified. Okay, I have no idea how they were able to pull that off. It's a crazy stunt. It's a crazy chase. But you have to see this part to believe it. But that's one cool thing. But the final act really brings it together, and of course, more funny shtick from Hines and Crystal. It really works. my favorite part of the whole movie, it's actually the halfway point where they think they have Gonzalez, and and of course we're in Chicago. And of course, they're trying to be safe because they want to retire and to Miami, so they don't want anything to happen. So they're all geared up. So they have him trapped. They ask if you and he has this woman held at gunpoint. He's like if you want to let her live, give me your pants. And he was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm like give me your pants. And so it gets funny. So they toss him his pants. They toss him pants because I don't want to give much away of the scene. Well, apparently he was half naked. That's it. Then they try to chase him. After they try to chase him, Hines says the best line in the movie. We just lost our keys, our car, our suspect, and our pants. And Crystal goes, hey, could have been worse. We could have been shot. That's one of my favorite lines and moments of the entire movie. Again, I could probably write a book on some great moments in the movie and more funny moments that can really come off the top of your head from Billy Crystal. It really works. There's son, hey, we're on our way to a Menudo concert, or my favorite, oh mother, can someone for tea marshmallows my cocoa? Again, more dynamite fun shit. I think you guys would totally enjoy this movie. And you want to know something? I heard that originally there was going to be a sequel, but I'm like, why would you give it a sequel? Because, and a good note, what would you do with them? Okay, they wanted to retire. That's what they do. That spoilers ahead. Well, it's implied that they do it, but you got to see this movie. You'll probably laugh your ass off just watching Billy Crystal in a role that where he can kind of take seriously, but inject some great humor into it, and it's a perfect balance in this formula of this buddy cop movie. It really works, and of course around the same time, you have freaking Lethal Weapon going on, but this one's it's no Lethal Weapon, but I think you guys should give it a watch. All right, and with that in mind, I'm gonna give Running Scared. I'm gonna give it a solid 8 out of 10 because, for a bit of my personal bias, because it's entertaining in spats. It's not like Rush Hour or Lethal Weapon. Billy Crystal is just great. Gregory Hines is good. The story and saying a little cliche, it's Chicago because of course I'm noticing a trend here between this and my last week's review. So yeah, what can I say about that? Jimmy Smits is a good villain, and of course, a lot of great comedic timing and lines. You will have a good time. Okay, even if it's just a kill an hour and a half. All right, which is pretty good. All right, so that does it for this week. Remember what you think. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for some more awesome and exciting videos.